Hi, I am Ronnie Mervis from Mervis Diamond Importers. I'd like to talk to you about shapes of diamonds. When the diamonds come out of the ground, they are in what we call rough form. They look like pebbles, and they have to be cleaned up. We have to cut off all the excess diamond, which we don't need. We have to cut them into the beautiful shapes that are so popular today. And so we're going to talk about a concept called shape. Shape is very different from cut. Cut is something we'll talk about later, and cut relates to the way the diamond exhibits light. What we're talking about now is simply form. The most popular form is the evergreen round. Like the name implies, it is round. It is the most efficient of all the diamonds in terms of treatment of light, and it gives you the most brilliance for your money. Most brides, most times, traditionally have gone with round. It'll always be popular because it's a beautiful shape, but there are many others, and I would like to talk to you about them all. This is a radiant. Beautiful shape. It is a member of the square family. It is 8-sided in that it has 4 major sides, 2 longs, 2 shorts, and then the edges are clipped on each of the corners to give you that extra facet, and so it has 8 sides. Very popular, the radiant cut stone. Brides like them, and you will see a lot of them. Here we have the marquise. Long, pointy on each side, French word, very popular shape, marquise. Here we're coming with an Asher. The Asher was designed about 70 or 80 years ago, and it's now come back in full force. You can see it's a rectangular shaped diamond with concentric faceting on the inside. Here is another somewhat newie. It's called the cushion. Beautiful shape. It has an underbelly which makes it sometimes look a little smaller for its size than you would expect, and that's because it is deep and puffy. It's the cushion. Next we have the pear, sometimes known as a teardrop. When it's a pendant, it's usually worn point up, like a teardrop. On the finger, it's point down. Pear shape, been around for as long as you can imagine, and it'll be around for that long too. Here we have a princess. The princess is the sister of the radiant. The princess and the radiant, which I showed you earlier on, are almost the same, except the radiant has the corners cut off, and the princess doesn't. The princess is a pure 4-sided stone. Now we're coming to cousin emerald. This is not a green emerald as in emerald colored stones, but it's an emerald shaped diamond because it's cut in the same mode. Now this stone is a little different from all of the other stones that I showed you up till now for one very important reason. All of the other diamonds that I showed you are cut to exhibit the maximum fire and flash and excitement that you can get out of the diamond. It's all about excitement. The emerald cut is cut with a different concept in mind. The emerald cut is meant to present coolness, calmness, tranquility, almost like a frozen lake. So the emerald cut does a different job. It's the exact opposite of excitement. It's calmness. Emerald cut for calmness. Here we have an oval. It's a very intelligent stone because it's sort of a round stretched out, like a stretched limo. It's a stretched round. But when we stretch it, you see it getting longer, and therefore it appears to be bigger, but you don't see it getting slightly narrower. So you see the extra length, you don't see any of the slight narrowing, and so what you get is a bigger look for the same money. And it's a beautiful, soft, feminine shaped stone. Here we have a heart. You've got a beautiful little heart with a lovely cleavage, laser cut at the top. There's the heart for the lovers. And then we have the one that I brought out last because it's more of an accent stone than a main center stone. This is a trilliant. It's a 3-sided triangular shaped diamond. So it has the obvious word trilliant. Trilliants are occasionally used as a center stone, but mainly they are not. They're principally used as 2 side stones supporting the center. Now, I've got to emphasize to you that no matter what shape you select, it's a matter of personal choice. No shape is really better or worse than any other. None is specifically recommended or unrecommended. Even though what I say might seem slightly contradictory because I told you previously that the round is the most brilliant of all, the others are almost as brilliant, and for all practical purposes, nobody can see the difference. So shape is just a matter of personal choice. But don't go away, please come back, because we're going to be talking about something very important next, and that is the 4 C's, which is what you should really know in making a decision of how to buy a diamond.